Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a one brand tutorial. So what that means is that this tutorial is going to be using just one brand and nothing else. So I'm going to be using all Smashbox products since that's pretty much what's sitting on my vanity now. So if you don't enjoy Smashbox, you might not like this video. If you want to see what look I come up with today, then just keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to go in with is the Smashbox Radiance Primer. This is really pretty. It leaves your skin really glowy and it is really soft and smooth. So I'm going to be priming my face with this. And then I'm going to pick up my Smashbox 24-Hour Shadow Primer. This stuff is amazing. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this and prime my eyelid. And for my eyes today, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Full Exposure Palette. Mine is a little bit broken. As you can see, these shadows right here are a little broken, so we won't be showing the palette very much, but I'm just going to be picking up a flat shadow brush, and I'm going to be using the middle shade, which is just kind of like a matte bone color, and I'm just going to be setting that primer. And then picking up a crease brush, I'm going to be going in with this shade right here in the palette, and just buffing that through my crease. This doesn't have to be super precise. I'm just taking this, applying it pretty messily. So just really just buffing it back and forth in my crease. And I am dragging it down onto the lid just a little bit as well. Going in with another clean crease brush, I'm going to be picking up the dark brown shade in the palette right here. Just picking up this dark brown shade, and I'm going to be focusing this on the outer edge of my eye. So it will look kind of crazy, but I'm going to go in with a couple more shades to kind of blend it all together. So I'm going to be using my finger for this next part. You know what, I'm just going to dump the rest of the shadow that just keeps falling out all over the place. So give me 1 second. Much better, because it's like just falling apart. Dang it. I'll give you a better look at the palette now. So now I'm going to be using my finger to apply this shimmery brown shade right on the top of that matte one. So I'm picking that up on my finger and just pressing this onto the lid where we have no shadow. And it's okay if we get fallout because we haven't applied anything to the rest of our face yet. And I'm going to switch back to that brush that we used in the crease, and I'm just going to softly buff out the edges. And then going back into the palette, I'm going to be using this shimmer shade right here in the palette. Again, just using my finger. And I'm going to keep this closer to the inner corners. Just lightly pressing that in the corner. Going in with that crease brush again and just buffing out the edge in the corner. And then I'm going to pick up a bullet brush and I'm going to pick up the matte black shade in the palette, and I'm going to focus this on the outer corner. So really just packing it on, and then we're going to go in back in with that crease brush again and then just buff out the edges. I'm going to pick up that flat shadow brush again and go in with the deep brown and pop it right where we initially applied it, just because I'm losing a little bit of that pigment from the brown. Just kind of pressing it back over the lid. And just taking that brush and just kind of lightly buffing out the edges. And just reapplying that shimmer shade just to intensify. And then I'm going to go in using another clean brush and just really start to buff out the edge again. And then to highlight the brow bone, I'm going to go back in with that matte shade and pop this on my brow bone. And then using a makeup wipe, I'm just going to wipe away the fallout that we got. And then I'm going to use my Real Technique sponge with my Smashbox Studio Skin foundation. I'm in the color 1.1 right now. I'm just going to take a couple pumps and apply this to my face. And then for my concealer, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Concealer underneath my eyes. And I'm going to be using the color Fair Light. And then for my brows, big surprise, I'm using Smashbox, but I'm going to be using their Brow Tech Matte Pencil in the color Taupe. So it's just like, kind of like the Anastasia Brow Wiz, where it's just a really skinny pencil. Super great for defining. So I'm just going to run this through my brows really quick. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to go into this Smashbox Shape Matters palette. And it's a really cool palette that has like contour and highlight shades. And then over here you have your brow products. And then on this side you have 9 eyeshadows. And it comes with a really nice big mirror as well. So I'm going to be working with that bronzer shade that is inside of the palette here. And I'm just going to be taking a palette brush, not palette, paddle brush. Just picking up a little bit of that on my brush, tapping off the excess, and I'm going to be warming up my face. And then switching brushes, I'm going to pick up another like more dense, more defined paddle brush, picking up that contour shade and just really lightly contouring. And then contouring my forehead as well. Picking up a little bit and taking it down the sides of my nose. There is a shimmer highlight inside of this palette, which is this guy right here. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of that and pop it on the tops of my cheekbones. Bringing it around my brow as well. On my Cupid's bow. And I'm gonna pop on some mascara and I'll be right back. And then for my lipstick today, I'm gonna be using the Smashbox liquid lipstick in the color Out Loud. It's a really pretty like burnt orange color. It's one of my favorite shades that they have from the collection. So I'm gonna be applying this to my lips. Once your liquid lipstick is applied, I like to go in with my Smashbox Primer Water Spray and I like to spritz my face with this. And then right after I do that, I like to fan my face just to make sure that everything stays in place, locks it in quicker so that it dries faster and stays longer. And then if you like, you can go in with a pair of false lashes if you have some that you would like to pop on. Normally I do, but I'm feeling pretty lazy today, so I am just going to leave it as it is. This is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you soon.